Welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to calculate with the beauty of bearings. In the first video, I introduced you to the definition of bearings as well as the compass. So that's what we discussed in the previous video. In this video, we are going to concentrate on the calculation of an angle. Now, on the calculation of an angle, I've subdivided it into two parts, which is the types of angles and secondly, the alternate angles. So as far as bearings is concerned, make sure that you know these two things. Very simple concept here. I'm going to start with the types of angles. The types of angles, which is the heading and which is the main point of emphasis as far as this video is concerned. So now, on the types of angles, the first type of angle which you must know is an acute angle. An acute angle. Okay. So an acute angle, this is an angle which is less than 90 degrees. So this angle is less than 90 degrees, an acute angle. So meaning that it can be this angle, it can be that angle, because this angle is less than 90 degrees. All right. Then the second type of angle which I'm going to introduce you to is a right angle. A right angle. So this is an angle that adds up to 90 degrees. So this is an angle that adds up to 90 degrees. Normally, you are going to identify a right angle by this symbol which is here. Alright, so this is 90 degrees. So meaning that, let's assume that this is my 90 degrees, and then they have divided this angle into x and y. What does this mean? This simply means that x plus y is equal to 90 degrees. X plus y is equal to 90 degrees because I know that the total angle in a 90 degree angle is what? Add up to what? 90 degrees. So regardless of how many subdivisions are there within 90 degrees, when you add them, they should beautifully give you what? 90 degrees. Very simple. From there, I'm going to introduce you to another types of angle, which is an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle. So this obtuse angle is an angle that is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So this one, it is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So an obtuse angle, this is an angle that is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So how can you identify this angle? This angle is actually like this. It's more than 90 degrees. Because from here, 90 degrees can be somewhere here, a right angle. But this is more than 90 degrees. It can also be like this, This is an obtuse angle. Very simple concept there. And then I'll go to number 4. Number 4, we are going to talk about a straight angle. A straight angle. Okay. So a straight angle, this is an angle that add up to 180 degrees. So mean that the total sum of angles in the straight angle should give you a 180 degrees. So it's actually represented by a straight line from straight, of course, a straight line. So from here up to here, so this is 180 degrees. So mean that, let's assume that we have got a number of subdivisions here, which is x, y, z, l. So x plus y plus z plus l should be equal to what? 180 degrees. So the total sum of angles under a straight angle should add up to 180 degrees. That is a straight angle. Thereafter, let me introduce you to the other type of an angle, which is the fifth one. The fifth one, we put a reflex angle. So a reflex angle, this is an angle that is more than 180 but less than 360 degrees. A reflex angle, this is an angle that is more than 180 but less than 360 degrees angle. Okay, so meaning that you are going to identify it by this. So this is a reflex angle from here up to here. This is a reflex angle. Remember that inside here it's an acute angle. It's an acute angle. It's an acute angle, this acute angle. So a reflex angle is more than 180 degrees. Of course, this is more than 180 degrees because from here up to here, it's 180. So this is more than 180 degrees, but it's not what? 360 degrees. Because 360 degrees is our last type of an angle, which is a complete angle. A complete angle. A complete revolution angle. It is a complete revolution angle or a complete angle. So a complete revolution angle, this is an angle that adds up to 360 degrees. Yes, it means that the total sum of angles in a complete revolution angle should give you a 360 degrees. It looks like this. So if you move from here, if you start moving starting from here up to you end where you started from, it will give you what? A 360 degrees. That is a complete revolution angle. So in this video, I've introduced you to the types of angles which we normally found under bearings. These angles are there under bearings. So I've introduced you so that you can know them, so that you can know the types of angles which we are talking about. Because moving forth, I'll be just telling you that right now we are dancing with the beauty of an acute angle, or with the beauty of a right angle, or with the beauty of an obtuse angle, meaning that you should know the terminology by name. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, I'm going to give you examples on the types of angles, but we enhance our understanding as far as bearing is concerned.